Hi, my name's Taylah and I'm a sprinter that's based up here in the Orkney Islands. To be honest, I mind loving to run from school. I always loved the sprint race at primary sports day and then into secondary. For as long as I can mind on, I've just loved to sprint. I joined the club here I think when I was 10 or 11 and now I'm 25, so I've been a part of the club for that long and I've been competing since the age of 10. So 2022 is the best season of my life without a doubt. It's not often you can say you have a perfect season, but for me it just felt like a perfect season. Everything I wanted to achieve happened and more. I never had my eyes on the Commonwealth Games that year. It was always in my head that I wanted to compete there, but that dream came true far faster than I had expected to, which was great. I was running the fastest I'd ever ran. I became the fastest woman ever from the north of Scotland. I hit all the PBs that I'd always dreamed about hitting, and as I say, ran for Scotland, which was a big dream of mine. Another dream of mine was to start a family. I couldn't wait to start a family. Yeah, I fell pregnant at the end of 2022 and I continued training throughout my pregnancy. I struggled a little bit with sickness at the start, that first kind of 3 months, so training was a bit inconsistent. But once that sickness passed, I got back into regularly training 5 days a week. As the pregnancy went on, we obviously had to change some things from track to cross trainer and the bike, and my last training session was actually a few days before I had Lara. So it was great. I think it bodes well for now afterwards. Like, I'm feeling good and I've gotten my speed and fitness back a lot quicker than I thought I would. And yeah, my return to track's been a challenge. Lara was breech, so I had to have a section, which was not the plan in my head, but we know that deliveries don't always go to plan, and so the recovery was a bit longer than what I'd hoped it was going to be. So I really had to be sensible coming back, and we just gradually introduced me to the spin bike and the cross trainer first, and then back onto the track really gradually, and I was back doing slower running sessions by 14 weeks after I'd had Lara. And I did my first competition in January to see where my speed was at, which was surprisingly a little bit quicker than what we thought, which is always good. And then just done my first outdoor competition, and again feeling in a good place and getting that speed back a little bit quicker than we thought. This community spirit is fantastic. In 2022 I felt that particularly on the run up to the Commonwealth Games, everybody was behind me and wanting me to get into that team and wanting me to do well, and I got a lot of sponsorship support to help with travel costs. It's huge being based on an island compared to being on the mainland. It's going back and forth. So it is expensive, regularly flying away and paying for accommodation, but the community has really backed me and got a lot of local businesses supporting me, as well as the Athlete Travel Awards scheme. It's fantastic support, and I'm finding that especially now in maternity leave, money's a little bit tighter, and I know I need every penny I can get to be able to train and compete the way that I do. So now a big focus is on the Island Games at home next year. It's been a dream of mine for the Games to come home, to bring an international event here to Orkney and introduce it to youngsters, get them involved and get them inspired. A huge goal of mine is to compete here at home games and hopefully do well in front of a home crowd. It would be awesome. And I would love to get back in a Scotland best again, so I'm going to have to get working hard and just get that legs going, and hopefully I'll be able to get back in a Scotland best again sometime soon.